Hey guys, Brian here from Thumper. Today I'm going to walk through installing our new rearward arms for your U10 Pro. The first step for the installation, you're going to want to go ahead and remove your upper and lower control arms from the vehicle. You can leave your axle and your brake caliper all bolted up. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove our pivot sleeve, which will be resting inside your bushings, as well as our bushings, since they can be reused in the arm. You'll grab some channel locks and simply pull the bushings out and reinstall them in the reverse order in your new Thumper Fab arms. If you purchase our rearward arm kit with the installed bushings, you can go ahead and skip the bushing step and get straight to installing. Here you can see we have our Thumper Fab bushings and pivot sleeves installed on our Thumper Fab arms. They meet all OEM specifications and installed just like the OEM bushings. The next step, we'll go ahead and install our upper control arm. Before we move on to the lower, and we'll get everything tightened up. So here, as you can see, we went ahead and removed the upper and lower control arm. You can leave the shock, sway bar end link, and brake caliper along with the axle all bolted up. The next step, we're going to go ahead and install our upper control arm. As our Thumper Fab design is boxed and houses the shock on the inside, you're going to want to slide the shock through the upper control arm before you bolt the bushing collar to the frame using your OEM hardware. To mount your upper control arm, we reused the OEM bolt that came out of the factory upper arm. We slid the bolt all the way through the bushing collar. We'll go ahead and cap it off with our OEM lock nut on the back side before moving on to the next step. We have our knuckle bungee corded up. We'll go ahead and take our OEM bolt out that we used to support the knuckle so that it wasn't pulling on the brake line. Once we get this bolt taken out, we can go ahead and mount the upper control arm to the knuckle before we move on to the next step. With the upper arm in position, we can go ahead and mount up our lower control arm. Just like the upper, we'll reuse our OEM hardware. And just a reminder, you want to keep everything loose until you get everything bolted up, and we'll return and tighten all the hardware. With your lower control arm mounting bolts started, you can go ahead and cap them off with your OEM lock nut. For the next step, we'll go ahead and move down to our knuckle mount. You'll want to fasten the lower arm to the knuckle, but first you'll have to line your shock and your sway bar so that it slides up inside the lower control arm. Once you have that all aligned, you'll be able to pull the lower arm up to the knuckle and get everything all bolted together. You'll go ahead and mount your lower arm to the knuckle using your OEM bolt. We'll cap that off with our nylon lock nut. For the next steps, we'll go ahead and mount our shock and our sway bar to our lower control arm before moving on to the next step. We'll go ahead and mount our shock to our lower control arm using our OEM hardware before we move on to the sway bar. Just a reminder, if you get all the bolts mixed up when you're disassembling, the shock bolt will be longer than your sway bar end link bolt. They'll be the same diameter, but the shock bolt will be longer. With our sway bar bolt started, we can go ahead and tighten all our hardware up. You'll need a 15mm socket and an 18mm wrench before we move on to fasten our brake lines to the upper control arm and finally remounting our wheels. You won't be able to use an impact on your front lower bushing collar as it's a tight fit. So we'll take our ratchet and our 15mm socket, go ahead and get this all tightened up before we mount our brake lines to our upper control arm. So as you can see, our upper control arm is provided with brake line tabs that you'll fasten your emergency brake cable as well as your brake fluid hose to the upper arm to keep it nice and secure and out of the way. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and trim off this little zip tie Christmas tree and remove our band clamps so that the lines will sit flush up against the upper control arm. With those off, we'll just zip tie them to our brake line tabs, be ready to mount the wheels and set it back on the ground. With your brake hose and your emergency brake cable fastened to the upper arm, we can go ahead and snip the excess off our zip ties, mount our wheels, Set the vehicle back on the ground. You're ready to go.